Hello and welcome to the fourth annual Heart Softball Media Day. NAISB is delighted to again host the 2025 edition of the Heart Softball Media Day. I'm your host, Reagan Harrell. Today we are joined and looking forward to chatting with head coach of the Baker Wildcats, Tony Austin, along with Riley Phillips. Coach, Riley, both of you, welcome back to Media Day. And how are y'all both doing today?
Doing great, man. Trying to stay warm.
Yeah, we're super excited. This is making me super excited for season to start.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all are staying warm. I went outside and out here in Florida this morning. It was 40 degrees, and I was like, "This is chilly," but I got a feeling I'm gonna talk to some folks that would die for this right here.
Yeah, I think it was 9 when I left home this morning, something like that. So yeah.
Oh man, Coach, this is your first full season as the head coach of the Wildcats. Just talk to us about how much you're looking forward for the opportunity to leading the Baker Wildcats on the field this year.
Honestly, I'm ecstatic. Just this group is just they're just some of the hardest working athletes I've ever been around. They're chomping at the bit. We got a little taste of it last year, going opening round and losing a tough one down there in Chickasha, and they're fired up. That's all they talked about this fall. I'm pumped. We got a great group. We didn't lose much as far as like personnel last year. The ones we did lose were some good ones, but we still have majority of our team still here. So and we brought in some good key pieces to kind of help propel us to where we want to be, and they're pumped, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate game against USAO for y'all. I'm sure that one still hurts. To me, it's still one of the better NAI softball games I've watched over the last couple of years. Sorry, it
Yeah.
didn't go y'all's way. There's a couple of those classics in my head that didn't go
Yeah.
Baker's way, but I'm sure y'all are looking to flip the script on that and have another great year this year. And coach, a big part of that's going to be Riley. She's been a part of the program for a while. Tell us a little bit about her and what she means to the Baker Wildcat softball program.
Yeah, and this not, I mean, not the, I mean, to be honest with you, she's probably one of the hardest working kids I've ever been around. Even when she is not giving her best, she's always trying her best, if that makes sense. She'll be out on the field, she'll make a mistake. I want another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Like, I've stayed after practices for hours with this kid, ground balls, line drive, diving for balls, wanting to hit extra. And I think she raises the level of our intensity for our team as a whole. Just seeing her work ethic, I think our girls really strive off that, and she brings a lot to the table. So excited to have her another year.
Absolutely. Well, let's hear from you. Riley, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what your major is there at Baker.
Oh yeah, so this is my third year here. I transferred in as a junior. So I've had three different coaches here now. Super awesome just to experience so many different types of leadership. And I'm really blessed that Coach Tony gave me the opportunity to take my fifth year. So I'm actually in grad school. I got my bachelor's in sports administration and I'm getting my master's in sports administration as well. So yeah, I'm from like an hour from here. I'm from Lansing, so not too far away, but I'm basically just considering myself a townie at this point. I mean, I live in Baldwin full time. I just love it so much here that there's no place I'd rather be besides here. So
Riley, I'm right there with you. I just finished up my undergrad. Now I'm getting my master's in sports business administration too. So we are right there in that same struggle bus as trying to get our master's. So what you getting your master's right now? What are your career goals for life after Baker with those degrees?
so I'm actually going to come back next year, finish up my degree, and help Coach Tony out a little bit, GA, and get the rest of my school done. And then from there, I would really like to do some sports marketing work. I have some experience in the marketing field right now. I'm currently working with Job Ats, which is based in Baldwin. So I'm in charge of all of their softball influencer outreach, play a big role in that. And so we're getting ready to expand to a bigger facility. So I'm super excited for that. I'm gonna stick with that and see where that goes. I think that has a lot of really good opportunities just to help grow the softball world and just expand the knowledge and just grow the game.
Grow the game. That's the slogan, Riley. We might have to talk a little bit after the season. It sounds like.
Reagan got that jaw bats. He's like, let's go.
Yeah. Riley, looking at last year, you were second team all conference performer. Great honor. What did that honor mean to you?
I think it just means a lot. I wouldn't have been able to do it without God and just his blessing me with the natural abilities that I have and just my teammates. Like my teammates motivate me every single day. They're the main reason that I show up to the field, come to practice, work hard. So without them, I wouldn't have got any of that.
Coach, you are going to begin the season heading to San Antonio, Texas. You're going to face the reigning champs and Our Lady of the Lake of face Coach Langston and his squad, and a tough preseason before you get into a tough conference play. What are you looking to see in that really challenging preseason you have lined up?
Yeah, so that was something we really talked about in the fall is just, when or at the end of last year, actually, like next year, we really want to push ourselves early. We want to play the best of the best as early as we can, getting prep for conference play. So when I had the opportunity, Nicole down at Texas A&M San Antonio reached out and said, "Hey, would you like to come down and play us in Houston Vic?" I said, "I'd love to." Coach Bruce hit me up, said, "Hey, you're coming down. You want to play us too?" I said, "Oh yeah." So we're going to play 2 on Friday, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, and then fly back out Sunday night. So I think our goal is just to play the best type schedule we can leading into conference play. And I think that's a great way to start it off.
Absolutely, it is. Coach, last year was your first year overall at Baker as assistant coach, took over as interim coach during the season, but you also had some experience at Park. Safe to say, you know the heart of America
Yeah.
pretty well. If you were talking to a coach from outside of the conference, how would you describe Hart softball to them?
It's a whole league of its own, in my opinion. It's some of the toughest softball. You have to bring your A game every single time you take the field. It doesn't matter who you're playing in this conference. You get caught slipping, you could be walking away with an L pretty quick. So we come in with the mindset. We prepare that week leading into those weekend games to prepare as hard as we can. We don't take anybody in this conference lightly. There's a reason why there's top 4 teams in this conference that are 4 teams in this conference that are ranked. There's a reason for that. We know that we have to bring our A game every time we step on the field. It's gritty softball. And they can catch you, get caught slipping, you can be walking with the L pretty quick. So we stay focused and have that mindset to drive into that weekend and give everything we got. So
Well, Coach, what will it take for your team to compete for a Hart championship this year?
like I said, this conference is tough, and obviously with Central Methodist and Benny and Grandview and all the other teams in this conference, we have to come in focused every single game. And we watch a lot of film and stuff leading in. We know ways we can expose teams, and we bring a different element. We like the small ball and do a lot of things like that. And I think doing the little things right is going to help us propel us to postseason. Execution, all those little things that we really focus on at practice. I think we'll be able to carry that over and help us get some of those W's last year that we may not have got, if that makes any sense.
Coach, something that we at NAISB are really looking forward to this year is we're hosting our first invitational in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and it's awesome that the Baker Wildcats are going to be there. In fact, 4 Heart of America teams, the most of any conference representing any NAIA conference, will be there. How much are you looking forward to see the competition there?
I've heard so much about all these other teams that we haven't gotten to meet, and we're really, really looking forward to that. We're excited to see when that schedule comes out on who all we're facing. That was something that we took that. It was an honor to be invited down to that. We're excited. I coached travel ball for many years, so got to play down at that complex, but I know they've redone it. So now it's all turfed out and stuff like that. And that adds to it a little bit more. And I think that falls back to kind of like going to San Antonio our first week. This is another great opportunity to face great teams. And, first off, we appreciate you putting that on, because I think that's going to be amazing for our girls to get out there and compete against some of the best. And that's what we want to do. So we're super pumped for this one. This is the top of our non-con schedule. We're really looking forward to.
I'm super excited and super excited to get that schedule out. We got it done. We had to make a quick revision to it over the holidays. You know how things get to moving around.
Yeah.
That time. So we are really excited. Y'all are going to play some great teams from across the country. They are Riley. How about you and your teammates? You will all make history competing in the first ever NAISB tournament. How excited are y'all for this opportunity?
I think we're just super excited to play conference. I hate to say this, but it kind of gets monotonous. You're playing the same people over and over again. And so when you get to experience new people, new coaches, new facilities, it's so nice because you're not only helping yourself grow and helping the conference grow, but you're helping your team grow. And so just providing these opportunities now is just kind of paving the way for girls that are going to play here later on. So if we do what we're supposed to do now, then girls that come here later, next year, the year after, they're going to have opportunities to do stuff that people before didn't have. So I think just being able to just go and play, leave it all out on the field and ball out, and just playing girls that we haven't seen before. These are really high caliber girls and high caliber teams. So I think just having the opportunity to play them and see what they do, and even if we do get exposed, it's going to make us better now and in the long run.
Yeah, super excited to have y'all down there again. Riley, I've got to seeing you develop over the last few years of covering NAI softball, and you have stepped into a leadership role there at Baker. How do you view your role as a leader on the team, and how do you hope to lead the team this year?
I feel like I'm a very vocal leader. A lot of times if I'm not talking, like something's wrong with me. That's like my favorite thing to do, just to talk on the field, make sure everyone's engaged, just like really pumping people up. Like he said, at the beginning, just like being intense, that's kind of who I am. That's what I pride myself on. Who I am on the field is a little bit different than who I am in my everyday life. And I think that's what makes it so special. Just being able to step on the field and just blinders on, just ready to play, just like I don't know, it's just so different, and I'm really excited for my last year. I mean, after this, that's it. So, I'm just really leaving it all out on the field and just, like, giving all that I have to the game and just finishing strong like I want to.
I'm sure you're gonna make some great memories of your last year there in Baldwin. But what's been your favorite memory so far playing with Baker?
Oh gosh, it's really hard to pick one. I think I would have to say my junior year going to Gulf Shores, just well, there's 2. I have last year's Myrtle Beach trip, and then Gulf Shores, but just Gulf Shores was awesome. We stayed in a big Airbnb with like 10 of us, and it was super fun just going out on the beach. And then last year, I think would be Coach Tony, Savannah, and I going to the grocery store at the Airbnbs, and we spent a lot more money than we should have.
Hey, we got to eat, Reagan. We
Yeah,
got to eat.
so that was super fun. I think we have pictures of that and just like me, Savannah, and Tony on the way to the store. It was just fun, cracking jokes the whole time, laughing. So that's definitely one of my favorites.
Well, wrap this thing up on just a few fun questions. Both of you for this next one, but Riley, we'll stick with you for the first answer. You have any pregame superstitions, rituals, or anything you like to
No.
follow before the game?
You got all day on this one, Reagan?
Okay, I'm actually
We got all day.
I'm the most superstitious person you are ever going to meet. I've been getting dressed the exact same way every single game since I was 8 years old. Like I never put my right sock on before my left. If I play bad one game, like I wear notorious glitter eye black. So if I play bad, I'm like, oh, I have to change it. Like I can't wear that ever again. Same thing with like my ribbons. I always wear ribbons. And if I play bad, I'm like, oh, nope, in the trash. Like can't wear those over again either. And just like an energy drink before every game. If I don't have an energy drink, I swear the world is going to end. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, down to my batting gloves, to the way what jewelry I wear, my earrings. Yeah, I'm very superstitious. So every game, if I do one thing different, I'm like, yep, that's the reason why I'm never doing that again.
Well, at least you can go back to the superstition film room and be able to pinpoint that exact moment.
I guess you could say that. I guess.
So she rides in the front seat with me on all our trips.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad for the other teams that have to use the fans when we're done because there's glitter all over the passenger seat. So yeah, constantly putting it, yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with everything she just said.
Coach, what about your superstitions? Do you have any before the game?
My biggest thing is I kind of walk the same route. I get my itineraries out. I walk over to the visitors dugout. I kind of get everything laid out, and I have a pin. So one of my previous jobs years ago, I got like bulk pins, like 5,000 pins. So, and they all look exactly the same. So I fill my bag up at the beginning of every season. If we win, that pin goes back in the bag. If we lose, that pin goes in the trash, even though it's the same exact pin. And if you look at a lot of my pictures from over the years, these same blue pins are stuck in the side of my hat. But
Yeah.
everybody probably thinks it's the same pin, but it's not. Promise you that. But I say probably that's probably my biggest one.
Gotcha. It's funny looking back and I definitely picture you now either on live stream or pictures with that same
yeah.
pin sticking right there. Riley, what's the best or funniest nickname on your team and how do they earn it?
Oh gosh, I think everyone has like their own unique nickname. It's just kind of like what sticks. Like for me, it's just like RP. That's what stuck and that's what I get called. Like obviously with me and my friends, like we have other joking stuff that is different versus that. But just like everyone just kind of gets their own nickname, and once you get that, it sticks and that's what everyone calls you. Just like someone said something one time, and it's just like, oh, I like that. And it's just that, and then that's what it is.
Well, our senior catcher, Sydney Erlinson, we call her Earl. And I remember one day I yelled, Earl, just across. Everybody's looking for some guy I'm probably talking to. It's Earl. And she answers to it. She loves it. And we all call her Earl. I think that one's kind of comical a little bit, but it fits and she likes it. Yeah.
Going Earl. That's a great nickname.
Earl.
Coach, what's the most fun or creative way you've seen your team celebrate a big win?
Oh man. I think after we played Friends down an opening round, getting that first win under our belt, just saying, "Hey, where do y'all want to go eat?" And normally they're very specific on where they want to go eat and do that stuff. We don't care. Let's go wherever you want to go. They were just hype. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest ones. And then I think just the little run we went on at the end of the season, going from the 5 seed to the 2 seed in the last 10 games, and just the morale and just seeing them pumped. I mean, every van ride home after that on the away games were just insane. Just the atmosphere was great, and just having, I think it kind of rolled over into opening round. How we finished the season. Obviously, the conference tournament didn't go exactly the way we wanted it to, but still having that momentum kind of carrying us over and getting that opportunity. And just when they announced that we got that at large, I think that was insane. We posted the video of that. I mean, that was probably the most. I think I was more in shock than anything. But yeah, I think that was probably the opening round. I'd say probably getting the open round berth was probably our funnest exciting moment. Don't you agree?
Yeah,
No, that
just like experiencing that and seeing that. Me and Savannah were sitting in the front seat and just looking over at each other, and I'm like crying because we had a feeling. Me and Savannah did the math for like 3 days trying to figure out how we were going to add everything up and just like power rankings, and then just like seeing that and then just being able to celebrate as a team afterwards. But I don't know. For me, it's always when we take the charter bus and like karaoke on the charter bus, and we turn all the lights off. We have all of our flashlights, just like a big concert. I think that's my favorite way when we celebrate wins.
one last quick question that we brought in to the Heart of America Media Day. Carly and I ask it at the end of all of our interviews. You're going to the gas station for a road trip and Heart of America conference game. What is that? What's that order looking like coming out of the gas station?
Okay, so I'm always gonna get 2 Celsiuses just in case. Different flavors, because obviously if I don't play good the first game, it was the Celsius. And then probably like a bagel sandwich and some nerd clusters because I have a really bad sweet tooth. So I'm always looking for and gum. I always have to have gum in my back pocket. So nerd clusters and gum, 2 things I always have to have.
Nerd Clusters, that is the best candy on the market right now. I will stand on that. Coach Tony, what about you, man?
Man, I grabbed me some stuff off the roller grill. I hit Quick Trip, so I grabbed some stuff off the roller grill, grabbed me a big bottle of water, cup of coffee, and just hammer down. We're ready to go.
Yes, sir, the classics. Well, Coach Riley, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck this season.
And we appreciate it, Reagan. Thank
Thank
you.
Y'all in
you.
Oklahoma.
See you, bud. See you soon.